Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah. You know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the District 7 Sports Complex here in Edwardsville, right across the street from Edwardsville High School. We are here because it is more playoff soccer action coming your way. Class 3A Boys Regional Championship game between your Collinsville Kahawks and the host Edwardsville Tigers. My name is Todd Duke, and welcome in to the pregame show brought to you tonight by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Location is at 410 Regency Center. That is just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. My name's Todd Duke. Chris Kettler is on the other microphone. We're just coming back from a big, long night over at the football stadium where it was a whale of a game last night there, Chris Kettler. But we got to shift our focus now to soccer. And these two teams, no strangers to each other, Southwestern Conference foes. They play each other twice a year, and this is the second year in a row that they're meeting each other in a regional championship game.
Yeah, that's what you end up with these regionals and 4A and a lot of these sports. Just familiar foes, always having to battle at it, and we'll get some great soccer battles. The Kahoks and the Tigers split the 2 games in the regular season, so this will be the ultimate tiebreaker here, and the winner will move on to the sectional. So
yeah,
it's a beautiful day.
Put any stock in the fact that Collinsville lost at their field to Edwardsville, but Collinsville beat Edwardsville here on this field. I think that bodes better for Collinsville because they've already done it here.
Yeah, so the game early in the season was basically a tie, and then you lose, you lost the PKs, but so I think the Kahoks have the better feel of it here, having come to Edwardsville later in the season when they were more established in their season here, and beat the Tigers pretty handily here on this field.
And another plus in Collinsville's direction right now is you got Adam Reiniger in this game. Last year he got hurt in the Quincy game in the regional semifinal at Kahok Stadium and could not play in that regional championship game. So better off for Collinsville now that Reiniger's healthy.
Yeah, sure. Last year that was a backbreaker to lose Reiniger with that high ankle injury he had. They were really hoping to get him out there and get some treatment on him before that game, and it just didn't work. They had him available, had him warmed up, and they just didn't want to pull the trigger on putting him out there and just fall worse behind, and Edwardsville was able to get that win.
All right, that is Chris Kettler, and we are going to be here throughout the afternoon to bring you this contest between Collinsville and Edwardsville as we continue on here with this Class 3 Regional Championship. Collinsville comes in at 12-6-1 on the season. They finished 8-2 in the Southwestern Conference and are Southwestern Conference champs for the 4th straight year. Edwardsville, 13-6-1 on the year. They finished 1 game behind Collinsville in the conference standings at 7-3. Rob Lugge is Collinsville's head coach. His 7th year has a record of 114 wins, 41 losses, and 6 ties. Mark Heiderscheid is the Edwardsville head coach. He is in his 24th year with 374 wins, 112 losses, and 54 ties. Collinsville has scored 51 goals this year. That comes out to an average of 2.7 per game. Edwardsville has scored 45 goals on the year, and that averages out to 2.5 goals per game. Collinsville has allowed 24 goals. That's 1.3 per game average, while Edwardsville has allowed 21, and that is a 1.2 average per game. So both of their averages are just within a couple of percentage points away from each other. The Kahawks, they come into this match riding a 6-game winning streak after posting a clean sheet in the regional semifinal Tuesday night against Quincy. The Kahawk defense held the Blue Devils to just 4 shots on goal, with the bulk of those coming in the second half. Collinsville got 2 goals in the first half from senior Adam Reiniger, who netted his 19th, and Joey Morales, who punched in his 2nd. And for the 2nd match in a row, a Kahawk defenseman picked up their first goal of the year when senior Dane Compton put in the only goal of the second half. Sophomore Ty Starko scored his first goal of the year in the regular season finale at Granite City last week. 2 of Collinsville's 3 goals came right after Kahawk corner kicks, and Collinsville has 9 shutouts on the year, including 3 clean sheets in a row heading into this regional championship game. The Tigers also registered a clean sheet in their 3-0 win over Alton in Tuesday night's other regional semifinal, and they come into this regional championship game riding a 4-match win streak. Senior forward Evan Moore struck twice in the first half, with his first coming just 3 minutes into the match against Alton. He picked up his 13th and 14th goals on the year and his 4th multi-goal game of the year. Moore almost registered a hat trick, but the officials waved off a shot that hit the inside of the far post but did not cross the line. Senior midfielder Troy Chenault, he scored in the 4th minute to account for goal number 3 in the match for the Tigers. And Alton, without their leading goal scorer who was injured in pregame warm-ups, has not scored a goal against Edwardsville High School since October of 2019. And the shutout for Edwardsville was their 9th this year also. So a couple of teams coming in off of clean sheets, both registering 3-0 wins in their regional semifinal game. So we will find out how this one unfolds. Normally I like to, once the playoffs start, get interviews with both coaches. The Collinsville coach, of course, is always a must, and the opposing coach, but couldn't quite accomplish that today. We couldn't get up in here into the booth until 2 o'clock, so we didn't really have enough time to set everything up, get down on the field, get lineups, and get 2 interviews. So we just got the one with Coach Lugge, and we will pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues right here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family owned and operated by former Kahok since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville, 618-344-3530.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network, back at the District 7 Sports Complex in Edwardsville. A little regional championship soccer action for you as Collinsville gets ready to take on the Edwardsville Tigers. Joining us now is Collinsville's head coach, Rob Lugge. Coach, let's go back to the game against Quincy and get your thoughts before I start asking questions.
I thought we played very well. From the opening whistle, we attacked. We were able to maintain possession, move the ball very well, and we scored, finally. We did miss some opportunities, but I think all in all it was a very complete game for us.
Talk to me about the first goal of the game. Belongs to none other than Adam Reiniger. What was your view of that, and what did you see?
Yeah, it was just, I'm trying to think now. I think it was off a corner kick. It was a flick. Adam, again, was just very composed, found the ball, put it in a corner. It was nice and easy.
Morales' goal, that was something to see, man. That was a rocket shot that I don't think anybody could have stopped.
Yeah, like it was a nice flick from Dane. Those two have worked together very well on corner kicks as of late. And then Joey again put it down and just slammed it into the goal. There was no stopping it. If it was going to hit somebody, it was going in no matter what.
Yeah, that sucker was like a 60-mile-an-hour shot there. You speaking to Dane Compton? 2 games in a row now. You have a defenseman who got his first goal of the year, and Dane got this last one.
Dane is, for not being the tallest gentleman, he's very dangerous in the air, and we send him up on every corner in hopes that he can, be creative and get his head on the ball. And the other night, while it wasn't a head ball, it was nice ball. He was very patient, very calm, put the ball on the ground, and again just slotted into a corner. It was good for him to get a goal.
All 3 goals were not a direct relation to the corner kick, but the corner kick started the process. So tell me what the thought process is for the coaches and how you guys practice corner kicks.
Yeah, that was something we've started doing as of late, is just, working on being a little bit more dynamic in our runs, sending people in certain spots while still allowing others to kind of hang out up top. Some of our better shooters to, still be able to be in it while not being, in the giant mix of everything.
Tell me the process on the corner kicks, because I know that sometimes you guys don't actually kick the ball, you pass the ball. Is that something that the kids decide there on the field, or are they looking for a signal from the bench?
It's something from us. Those are things that we discussed prior to the game. But no, it's like, most programs, everybody has little plays and little numbers that they yell out, and those are what we do. We kind of mix it up as much as possible.
So why do a corner pass instead of a corner kick?
Just kind of depends on how the defense is playing, the speed of the game, just certain things like that, little nuances we see, and we kind of run with it.
All right, talk to me about the defense, because that was a stellar performance by the guys, man. You guys only allowed 4 shots on goal in the whole entire game, I think. 2 in one half, 2 in the other half. Talk to me about the defense.
The defense has played very well as of late. Dane is, he's our leader back there, and he's really come alive this, he's always consistent, but the last couple weeks he has really shown how great of a soccer player he is, and I think everybody on the back line is just kind of feeding off of that, and while we're defending really well, they're getting into the attack, and it's just kind of becoming a complete line back there.
About the only defenseman who hasn't scored is Braden Borum, so let's get him a goal tonight.
I would love it.
All right, talk to me about facing Edwardsville again. You guys are no strangers to each other. You play each other twice a year. You met them last year in the championship game, which they won. So what makes them so difficult?
They're just talented soccer players that are well coached. They understand their style of play, and they just do the little things correctly. And our hope is that we can be better at the little things than they are. We've had an up and down year. It started out rough. It's got a little bit better. Had a couple of down moments, and now we're playing very well. So the hope is that we do the little things correctly and are able to just kind of take it at them.
All right. So what's the game plan tonight, man? What's the keys for victory?
Move the ball, play simple, bury your chances early, and then just defend like crazy. Don't let them come anywhere near our goal.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Rob Lugie, your Collinsville Kahok soccer head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw some numbers your way and, of course, all the starters for both sides. We'll do all that and more on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT softwave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Once again, welcome back to the District 7 Sports Complex here in Edwardsville. We're getting you ready for this regional championship game between Collinsville and the Edwardsville Tigers. I'm Todd Duke, Chris Keller on the other microphone. Chris, you got to listen to the coach's comments. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm glad that he was happy with his team's performance back on Tuesday. Thought it was a complete game. I think he would have liked to seen finish on another goal or two there and really blow it out a bit here, but it's positive game Tuesday for the Kahawks. So the coach knows there's no secrets here between us and Edwardsville. So it's going to be another tough game here today, and it should be a great crowd here on hand for this game today.
It is a beautiful afternoon. It is mostly sunny. We do have a stiff wind coming right at the press box, so coming from across the field to where we are. And it's sustained at about 15 miles per hour, gusting to about 22 miles per hour. So with it coming right straight across the field, it might have a little bit of play with the soccer ball as we get through this. All right, let's take a look at some of the numbers. We'll begin with Edwardsville. Colin Schlechte will be in goal. He's been pretty good this year. He has a few shutouts under his belt, and he brings with him a goals against average of 0.62. So he is allowing less than a goal per game when he's in between the pipes, and his save percentage is right around 85%. Braden Henson will be in goal for Collinsville. 935 minutes on the year. He is 8-2-1 and has 4 shutouts to his credit. Only allowed 11 goals on the year for a goals against average of 0.94. So both goalkeepers allowing less than a goal per game, and Braden Henson's save percentage right around 82%. Adam Reiniger, of course, leads the Kahawks in goals scored with 19 on the year. Juan Carlos Doria and Trey Peterson have 8, and then Sam Garofalo right behind them with 7. Evan Moore, the senior forward for Edwardsville, leads his team in goals with 14, and then Colin McGinnis has 8 goals, and then after that it falls off a little bit. Nathan Loftus was 4, and then a few other guys with 2 goals or 1 goal on the year. One more break is coming your way, and when we come back, we'll pass along the starting rosters for both sides to you, and we will do that here in just mere moments on the Kahawk Sports Network. Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Once again, welcome back to Edwardsville. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler with you. Glad that you are with us. We're just about ready to go, and here are your starters in goal. As I mentioned, for Edwardsville, Colin Schlechte. In front of him, you will find Owen Mailer, Bly Brickman, Liam McLean, Nathan Loftus, Colin McGinnis, Gavin Garrick, Jonas Mailer, Troy Chenault, Ben Liardi, and Evan Moore. In goal for Collinsville, Braden Henson. And in front of young Mr. Henson, you will find Dane Compton, Trey Peterson, Adam Reiniger, Landon Mahat, Ty Starko, Sam Garofalo, Chris Munoz, TJ Carter, Braden Borm, and Joey Morales. You ready for this there, Mr. Kettler?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm ready for it. Been ready for this game all day. Myself, personally, I hope the Kahawks are ready and ready to get this win. Look, got a great crowd on hand. Filed in here real well, has everybody.
As I mentioned, it's kind of windy, and Chris Kettler, of course, operating the camera, has to stand right in front of the open window, so that's the sound that you hear coming across the microphone. Edwardsville is going to get first possession of the ball. We are underway. Glad that you are with us here on the Kahawk Sports Network as these two teams battle it out for a right to head to the sectional semifinal that'll be played somewhere around the Metro East here, and they'll take on the winner of tonight's game between O'Fallon and Belleville East at Belleville West. That game not set to get underway till 5 o'clock. Here comes Collinsville with a chance. Oh, missed pass. That was almost right on target for Sam Garofalo. Edwardsville gets the ball and sends it back out to midfield. Dane Compton off of his head. Adam Reiniger the same. And then it comes out here to Joey Morales, who had a blister shot of a goal in that regional semifinal win against Quincy on Tuesday night. Collinsville with possession of the ball. Here is Morales once again. Back at midfield. That was off the backside of Colin McGinnis, and Edwardsville, they saved the ball from going out of bounds, and then a loose ball is going to be picked up by Collinsville, and Reiniger will just send it back over to Dane Compton. Compton got a goal in that game Tuesday night as well, his first of the year. Back-to-back games for the Collinsville defense to get a goal. Ty Starko got one against Granite City during the season finale in the Paz Cup. Now over here to TJ Carter. Carter already had a few goals on the year. Well, he has one goal on the year, but I think that came before they put him back on defense. So really the only defender that's now playing a midfielder role is Braden Borm, as that ball goes off of his head, and be nice to get him a goal. That would be fun.
Oh, yeah, coach liked that idea.
Yeah.
Get all these defenders a goal, but we'll take whoever we can get here today. We can't be choosing them.
All right. So far, a little back and forth at midfield. Collinsville had probably the better chance on offense, but a missed pass to Garofalo as he was cutting into the front of the box just skipped past his foot. Otherwise, things have kind of taken place at midfield, but Edwardsville gets it down into their offensive zone. Now Collinsville working on trying to get it out. Here is Morales. He'll send it back to Dane Compton. That's never a bad idea. Dane will move the ball up and give it to his old defensive partner, Braden Borm. Borm over here tries to find Morales, but led him just a little bit too far with that pass, and Morales ended up kicking the ball out of bounds, so a throw-in coming right underneath our location here in the press box. And the throw-in coming from Ben Leardi. Leardi wears number 16 on his back, throws the ball in over everyone's head, so Dane Compton was the first one to get there, and then Colin McGinnis got his foot on it. TJ Carter got a foot on it as well. Now a loose ball. Collinsville gets it out of there. Does Carter up to Reiniger. Reiniger puts on a couple of nice moves, but unfortunately led that ball just a little too far. And Edwardsville tried an attempt at a shot on goal, but that one kind of misfires and just slowly rolls to Braden Hinson.
He slips a little bit as he kicks the ball
sure
there.
Did. Now back out to midfield. And Collinsville trying to regain possession of it, but Edwardsville doing their best to prevent that. Neither team with a shot on goal as of yet, as play takes place here on the sideline. I would imagine you're going to see a lot of goal scoring in this game. I think it's going to be real tight and low scoring. Here is Starko, circles around to get the ball over to the far side, right in front of his bench to Carter. Carter will send it up the line to Mahat. Mahat trying to find Trey Peterson. It skipped past him, but Peterson's got enough speed. He caught up with it. He comes in on the right side of the 18-yard box and tries to send across, but that one is off of a body belonging to Edwardsville, so Collinsville will get the day's first corner kick. It'll take place all the way over in the far side corner.
Garrick just stood tall with his tall body there, stayed in front of Peterson, let it go off him out the end line there. Kahok will try these corner kicks here.
They scored goals off of corner kicks in the last game against Quincy, and they'll get another chance here as that one was put out of bounds by Edwardsville on a very low kick over there on the far side corner.
Yeah, they didn't test trying to get that one up in the air and have it go all crazy. Just kept it low. Mailer cleared it out for Edwardsville.
This one's a little higher, and Collinsville couldn't get a body on it. It was headed out of there by Garrick. And now over here on this near side, Borm. He's trying to keep the ball going alive, and he gets it up to Reiniger, and back over to Borm it goes. Borm saved that ball just before it went out of bounds. I think he was trying to feed the ball to Garofalo, but it went right past Sam. Now Sam catches up to it, gets a little resistance, and a shot that's going to go well wide. And that's the way that possession ends. I think Reiniger's came in after a corner kick too, didn't it? I know Morales's did. Collinsville got a shot that was rejected, and Morales got the rebound and blistered it. And then Compton, he was in the right place at the right time after a corner kick as well, and his went in. Edwardsville with the ball. They bring it up. Here is Brickman. Brickman up the sideline. Joey Morales, what a nice job on the tackle there by Morales. Comes away with the ball. He sure did. Challenged him and won that challenge. Now Munoz sends it over to Reiniger. Reiniger trying to give it to Garofalo, and Garofalo will find the ball anyway. He'll put it into the middle to Mahat. Mahat was trying to feed Trey Peterson as Peterson was coming up the right wing, but that ball never made the connection. And now Borm at midfield trying to wrestle it away from Evan Moore. Moore will start upfield. He leaves one out, and A nice job on the screen there by Compton as he got right in front of Colin McGinnis and prevented him from putting a shot on goal as Henson scooped that ball up.
McGinnis with some speed there. He was trying to just get an extra step ahead of Compton after the ball was sent. Good block out. Gets the ball to the goalie.
Here is Trey Peterson. Peterson on the far sideline, circles, and pokes one up to Munoz. Munoz does a nice job getting out of trouble and gives it back to Peterson. Now up to Reiniger. Adam trying to work his way up, not getting double teamed at this point, and he gets bumped in the back. No call, and he sends the ball over here to Morales. Morales will send a bender over in front of the box, and Collinsville trying to sneak it in there. Peterson couldn't settle the ball down enough for a shot. Ends up going off his chest, and now we're going to have a whistle. And Collinsville may get a free kick out of this. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're going to get a free kick. Top center near the 17-yard line of football markings as Munoz was taken out there.
Thought they stopped the clock for a minute, but they did not.
Just a card is what they would stop the clock for. Just they're going to call a regular foul. So Kahok's with a good opportunity here on this free kick from straight center off the goal.
Well, looks like it's going to be about 25 yards away. Here is Landon Mahat, and that ball ricochets right off of that wall that the Tigers had set in front. So still waiting for our first shot on goal. That was probably the best opportunity, but it never materialized. Here is Munoz. Now we're going to have a call that's going to go at midfield.
Delayed call there to see if the Chaos were going to keep advantage on the moving the ball up, but after they didn't, referee stops play and draws the foul here, and now we continue.
And a free kick from midfield, but Collinsville just passes it in to Compton. Now Compton over here to Morales. Morales will send one over, and I'm telling you what, the wind's going to mess with that ball. You're going to see a lot of bends on this ball once it hits that mid-air strike, and now Braden Bourne is going to get called for a foul, and Edwardsville will have a free kick from just about the same spot that Collinsville just had theirs.
When he sent that ball in, that was kind of the one moment where the wind died a little bit. He was hoping that the wind would knock it down, but it continued to bend away.
They have flags all over this place, man. There's flags all up and down this press box here, and they are blowing straight into the press box. There's a chance for Edwardsville, but that banks off of Trey Peterson and goes across the sideline, so Edwardsville will have a throw-in.
On this break, Munoz will head to the bench, and Doria will come in.
Juan Carlos Doria has 8 goals on the year. Coming in for Chris Munoz, who came in with 2 goals on the year. Throw in for Edwardsville, and they do so. It comes into the box, but Compton is there to send it right back out, and that's going to go out of bounds and into the space between the benches. Another throw in, and Edwardsville takes over right in front of the Collinsville bench. They'll send it out to their midfielders. Midfielders will try to move the ball up. They send it over this way for Brickman. Brickman comes out from the right wing. There's that bending I'm talking about, and that bends right to Braden Henson, although Henson had to come about 8-9 yards away from the goal, so not really a shot on goal, and that one just kind of popped up in the air, and I think the wind got a hold of that one too on that kick by Braden Henson. Back over here for Brickman once again, and Brickman will send it out to Owen Mailer. Mailer trying to keep the ball moving forward. They do. And just outside the box, that ball is going to go across the end line, and Edwardsville is going to have their first corner kick.
Garofalo would like to have headed that off to the side there, but once again, that's part of the win. You just don't know where it's going to go.
Got a message from Zach Roseman saying that the Collinsville Kahok Marching Band finished 3rd in their class, but unfortunately did not qualify for the finals. So I know that's a disappointing end of the season for the marching band, but that ball is going to, oh, wow. What was the whistle for? That was a shot on goal.
It was offsides anyway. It didn't count. But,
okay. Then it wasn't a shot on goal.
Compton was blocking that near corner, then he headed it out, but the shot didn't count anyway.
So Collinsville avoids trouble on the Edwardsville corner kick. And here is Morales. Morales for Collinsville tries to split the defense, but the defense all of a sudden turned into a triple threat, and he couldn't get away with that one. Here is Brickman once again. Brickman will send it into the middle for Mailer. Mailer will just send it back to the defense, and Gavin Garrick And Garrick will send the ball back into the offensive side of things. At midfield, at the logo here at the District 7 Sports Complex. When I got here, there was a youngster out there practicing field goal kicks, as Edwardsville will keep their playoff hopes alive as they finished, what, 8-1 on the year?
Yeah, they only lost to East St. Louis.
Yeah.
Took care of everybody as they beat DeSmet last night in football.
Yeah, that was DeSmet's first loss of the year. That one goes off of a body and out of bounds. Collinsville will have the throw in. And Morales will take control. 29 minutes left to play here in this first half. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Edwardsville. Here is Morales. Morales will send the ball up to the offensive zone. Comes right back out to midfield. And Brickman with it, trying to get out of his own double team. And he sends that one out of bounds. So Collinsville with another throw in from midfield. Right underneath the press box here. Morales throws it in. And Garofalo gets it. Sends it up to Borm. Borm circles. And then had that one bank off of a shoe, and then Moore will set up his partner over there on the far side, and it comes right back into the middle. Here is Liam McLean. McLean puts one into the outside edge of that 18-yard box, but
Carter just lets it keep rolling.
Yeah, he let it keep rolling across the end line, so it'll be a goal kick restart here for Braden Henson once again.
There wasn't much on it, but that wind did enough to just roll and roll to the across the end line.
It is a very windy day. We are in October, so you do get those windy days every once in a while when the weather patterns are starting to shift and change. Right now, it's probably about 75 degrees, nice and sunny and warm. Tomorrow is only supposed to be about 66, so the battle of the fronts, if you will. Got a lot of rain in the forecast for next week. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We will have to pay attention to that because we may have another soccer game for you on Tuesday. Here's a chance in the box, and that one is poked across the end line. And it is going to be another corner kick here for Edwardsville, so they'll get their second. Collinsville has already had two.
Have a more streaky in for Edwardsville there, and Kahok just did everything they could to clear that out before he gets to it. They were hoping the ball would get to the goalie Henson.
Here is Nathan Loftus with the corner kick from Edwardsville. And he'll send that one on a bender, and I think that one looked like it was almost going to hit the post, but I think it actually was headed out by Dane Compton, and Collinsville gets it out of harm's way. Garofalo couldn't finish, and now we have a whistle, and we're going to have a foul called against the Tigers, so Collinsville will have a free kick, but it'll be about 90 yards away from the goal occupied by Colin Schlechte.
Edwardsville hoping for the same thing that it did on the last corner kick, just trying for that near side post, wrap it around the corner there, but Canucks have had that blocked out both times, even though the first time it didn't count because of the offside.
So, I'm telling you, man, when you have these, when you have the corner kicks over here on this near side sideline, you are kicking into the wind, so that ball is going to have some movement on it. And if you're doing your corner kicks over on the far side corner like Collinsville did, you have the wind at your back, which may help. May not. Here is Carter. Carter gets the ball up to Doria. Juan Carlos sends the ball to Mahat. After Edwardsville spent some time in the offensive zone, Collinsville trying to get their own little trip to the offensive zone for a little bit. But right now, Edwardsville's defense is the one that has the ball. Here is Ben Liardi. Liardi sends it up to Brickman and back to Liardi. And then Liardi will just send it to the middle defenseman, Gavin Garrick. Off of Collinsville, and the Kahawks go back to work on offense. Here is Mahat up to Trey Peterson. Peterson trying to get around Liardi. He couldn't, and now a loose ball. And getting there first is Morales. He'll send one up, and right in the front, Mahat tried to take a shot on goal. That was off of one of the Edwardsville players, and that'll be another corner kick for Collinsville from the same area that the first two came from. So we'll see if this third corner kick can pay dividends here for the Kahawks.
Well, it started so innocently. Just Edwardsville controlling the ball, tried to send it up, went off of Doria's back. He gained control of it. Kahawks worked it in the box. And now they'll get this corner kick.
Again, the wind at the back when you are kicking over in the far side corner. 25 minutes to go here in the first half, and that one stays low once again and headed out by Edwardsville off of the high shoulder of Garofalo, and he couldn't settle it down to get anything going, and then the ball sent all the way across the sideline here at midfield, so Collinsville will have another throw-in coming their way, and it'll be Joey Morales once again. Morales Looking for Reiniger. Reiniger couldn't get his foot on the ball as he battles with the opposing team's number 4, Owen Mailer. And now a steal there by Compton. Compton puts on the brakes a little bit, retreats as he had a Edwardsville defender right in his hip pocket. Here is Borm. Borm will send it over to TJ Carter on the far side in front of the Kahok bench. And then up to the middle part between the benches for Trey Peterson. Peterson sends it up the line. He was trying to find Munoz, but that ball never did make it to Munoz, and instead Schlechte picks it up, and we'll get back to action here once Schlechte sends this ball out toward midfield. Schlechte does. It's a lot of distance out of that, and that one's going to roll all the way out of bounds, so it'll be another throw-in for Collinsville. Very rare when you see a ball travel about 70 yards down the field, no one touches it, and it goes out of bounds on the goaltender.
Yeah, well, like we've said, this wind is just
very strong.
Making crazy things happen.
Yeah. That's going to be the big equalizer between these two teams, as both teams will have to deal with this wind. No advantage for either team because it's not blowing from north to south. It's coming straight out of the west, which cuts right across the field. So really no advantage for anyone here.
It would have been at Kahok Stadium. It might have been less of a problem because the big stands on the sides of Kahok Stadium would knock that down just a bit.
Yep.
But there's not as much in the way of stands here at Belleville West, or here at Edwardsville.
Yeah, Edwardsville.
Where do I know where I am at?
Edwardsville's
Edwardsville.
press box is pretty big too, but it's over here on the eastern side of things, so it does not help anything on the field whatsoever. Collinsville sends the ball up into the offensive zone, but that's sent right back out by Ben Liardi. And now at midfield, here is Morales. Morales with 22.5 minutes to go here in this first half. No score yet between Collinsville and Edwardsville. Edwardsville has the only shot on goal. And here is Compton. Compton puts the ball up at the logo for Borm. Borm, he'll send it on up and get it right back. And a loose ball. Munoz got his foot on it and then got plowed into.
Yep, they're going to get that call.
Yep. He got plowed into right at the football 25-yard line. So Collinsville will get a free kick from about 35 yards out. As we hit 22 minutes left to play here in this first half.
Second free kick, the Cats will have straight on again. This one's about 8-9 yards farther back. Last time it just went straight into the player wall.
And Mahat will try his luck once again. No, they're going to let Munoz try it. Munoz, it comes right back to him after it hit the wall again. Borm will move it up to Mahat, who finds Munoz. Munoz trying to tiptoe his way into the box. He gets bumped down again. No call this time. And Collinsville got a lucky bounce there. Compton sends the ball up to Reiniger. Reiniger turns around, surveys things, sends it over to Trey Peterson. Peterson, he'll put one into the front of the box, but that didn't stay very long. Headed right out. Here's Munoz. He couldn't get the shot off. And then back out to midfield it goes, and the Edwardsville Tigers will take over possession. All the way over on the far side. Tigers trying to work it up through midfield. They do so. A nice pass that finds Colin McGinnis. McGinnis will send it over here for Brickman. And Brickman comes up the sideline, pokes a little pass up. He was trying to feed McGinnis, but that ball was on the foot of Joey Morales first, and Morales sends it into the stands. Throw in here for Edwardsville. It comes back to midfield to Liardi. And Liardi gives it up to Mailer. Back to the defense it goes. Here is Garrick. Garrick sends it over to the far side. Edwardsville has a substitution waiting in the wings there, the space between the benches. As Braden Henson comes out, that ball took a weird bounce. Almost caught Henson off guard. He'll bowl it out of there to Morales.
You got McGinnis right there, and he would have taken a bounce away from Henson. McGinnis would have been right there to put something on goal.
Here is Trey Peterson. He finds the ball near midfield, circles with it, and heads over to the far sideline, and then he stays with it. He had to jump over a body to try to keep that one going as we have hit the halfway mark of this first half. Still no score. And TJ Carter sends it up to Mahat to Peterson. Peterson in front of the Edwardsville bench. He'll send it up to the front of the box. That's rejected. And then Edwardsville will just kick the ball out of bounds, and Collinsville will have a throw in from near sideline. Just outside the left line of the 18-yard box. And here is Sam Garofalo with throw-in honors.
Be throwing this one kind of against the wind.
Oh, yeah. Big time. He does get a lot on it, though. Comes right into the box and sent back out by Edwardsville, but there is Garofalo once again. Sends it over the head. He had a high bouncing ball. He actually had to kind of jump up and hit that ball while it was in midair. And then Edwardsville comes away with it. Here is Mailer. Mailer will send it back out to midfield off the head of Borm. Borm finds Reiniger. Reiniger gets a little pressure from behind, stays with it, and sends it over to Garofalo. Garofalo, as Collinsville's putting on a little offensive pressure here. Here is Borm. Borm will send it over to the far side for Carter, and Carter sends it up the line for Peterson. Peterson trying to find a way to turn that corner over there on that right wing and gets out of a little bit of trouble. Gives it to Mahat. Mahat to Munoz. Munoz trying to find a way to get a shot on goal. He took the shot. I think that went right off the head of one of the Edwardsville players, and it comes all the way back out to midfield. Here is Compton for Collinsville. Compton sends the ball up to Garofalo. Garofalo finds Morales. Morales right through the legs of Brickman. That was sweet.
That was a sweet move there by Morales. I really like it when Munoz gets the ball up near the box. I feel like he can make just about anything happen.
Yeah, he's had a couple of opportunities, but Edwardsville's defense kind of swarms around him once they do so. Here is Carter. Carter from about 45 yards out sends it over now to Trey Peterson. Peterson gets around his defender, tries to come in the right side of the box. He crosses it. Nope, it's going to be a ball that ends up going over the line, and Collinsville will, I think, having a corner kick.
Yeah.
Another corner kick. This will be the fourth corner kick for the Kahawks.
Slide block down there by Edwardsville and goes over the end. Another corner kick, like you said.
With the wind at their back, Kahawks send one. They've all been very low. Can't get anything underneath to get that ball up into the air. And I'm sure the wind has a little bit to do with that, cutting it down. And a throw in by Peterson in front of the Edwardsville bench. Comes right back to Trey. Trey sends the ball on up. Mahat couldn't control it. He and Munoz were there at the same time. And they still try to get that ball out. And now Collinsville banks off of him and banks off of Munoz. It'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Edwardsville.
With that, both teams will bring in a couple subs. Doria back in. Garofalo grab a seat for the Kahawks.
Garofalo will head to the bench, get himself a drink of water, talk things over there for a moment with Josh Boyd, one of the assistant coaches. And Collinsville will have a throw in. Peterson doesn't waste any time. Finds Mahat, gives it right back to Trey. Trey with his head up, trying to look for someone to pass it to. He'll punch it into the box, just outside the box actually for Reiniger. Reiniger, he gets triple teamed over there by Edwardsville, but Adams still manages to stay with the ball, and now he's got a lot of company as that ball just ping-pongs off a bunch of shins and ends up going out of bounds. Collinsville will have another throw in. Peterson from near the corner kick flag. Got the wind at his back. I'd try to throw this one deep into the box. Comes out front off of the head of Morales. Trying to chase it down is Reiniger, and he couldn't get there in time, and that ball goes across the end line, and we'll have another goal kick restart. 16 minutes to go here in this first half. No score as of yet between Collinsville and Edwardsville. Tigers have the only shot on goal. That came off of a corner kick that Dane Compton headed out right near that near side post. It was the second time he did that, but the first one didn't count because it was offside. So far, that's the only shot on goal. Here is Edwardsville with the ball after Collinsville spent a prolonged amount of time in their offensive zone. Edwardsville trying to accomplish the same thing, but that ball goes out of bounds, and T.J. Carter will handle the throw-in responsibilities. Back out to midfield and back out of bounds. So now it'll be Trey Peterson who will throw the ball in right in front of the bench with all the coaches on it. Peterson probably walked up about 8 yards from where he was supposed to throw that in, but Edwardsville will send it right back to where it came from. Popped up. And a chance for the Tigers, but Collinsville's got a couple of defenders back there. Morales is back there, but somehow or another, Edwardsville stays with the ball. Here is Brickman. Brickman sends it over, and a cross in front, knocked out of the way by Compton. And this ball will roll out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up here from Owen Mailer. No, he's going to switch it up and let Ben Liardi take care of the throw-in. Liardi Throws the ball in front of the box, and once again, Compton uses his head to get it on out of there. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger sends it over to Munoz. Munoz will send it back to Morales. And Morales with his head up, looking for a little outlet, and that one flies over the head of Mahat, but there is Trey Peterson to come up with the ball. Peterson will send it into the midfield circle logo area for Doria. Doria finds Carter all the way over on the far side, and that one's punched out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up here for Collinsville. Couple of player exchanges going on as Garofalo will check back in for the Kahawks, and Munoz will go to the bench. Going to the bench for Edwardsville is Owen Mailer, and back in off of the bench is Liam McLean for the Tigers. Throw in comes in, and off of the chest of Reiniger to Doria. Doria over to Carter. Carter will just send it back to the defense once again, and here is Ty Starko. Starko, with the wind at his back, sends the ball all the way over here to Morales. Morales trying to settle the ball down, does so and gives it up to Compton. Compton, he'll send it back over to Starko, and Starko looks over and finds TJ Carter in the sideline area over there on the far side. Collinsville, and a little spin move there by Trey Peterson, but unfortunately the ball didn't go the direction that he wanted it to, and now it rolls into the Kahawk bench, and Collinsville will have yet another throw-in. Comes into Borm. You see the trees out there and leaves starting to change colors finally. Collinsville kind of turned that ball over. Bad hit there by Reiniger. And now a loose ball at midfield. Here is Brickman. Brickman comes up with a head of steam up the sideline and looking for a little help. Trying to get around Morales as well as Landon Mahat. Another ball that's put into the box. Taken over by Compton. Compton will send it out, but it's McLean who comes up with it, but not now, as a loose ball is picked up by Garofalo. Garofalo comes up the sideline, trying to feed Doria, but Doria was outran by Gavin Garrick, and Collinsville will have another throw-in. This one will be handled by Garofalo, right in front of a couple of folks that have lawn chairs on the turf. Garofalo throws it into the box. That one is off of Doria, I believe, and it's going to head toward the corner, but Edwardsville is going to intercept it before it goes out of bounds. They send it up, but Collinsville, and that ball had some spin on it, so when it hit the ground, it went completely the opposite direction that Braden Borm thought it was going to.
Yeah, Borm just missed it because it spun away from him. How do you get the seats on the turf? Is that
I don't know.
Pay extra for that?
I don't know. Bring your own lawn chair day. Free kick coming up for Edwardsville. And they'll just send it over from one defender to the other. Over on the far side, that is Jonas Mailer. And the defense touches it up once again. 11.5 minutes to go here in this first half. Still no score between Collinsville and Edwardsville in this Class 3A Regional Championship game. Morales with a nice job. He jumped right in front of Parker McMillan and didn't let McMillan get any closer to the goal. Throw in coming up here for Edwardsville. Once again, it'll be Bly Brickman. Well, he's going to
give away to somebody else.
Yeah, he's going out.
Substitution here.
And we'll bring in Jack Kiergan. And Kiergan will come off the bench. The sophomore midfielder will come off the bench and handle a throw in.
Still waiting for the
I was going to say, can you call a delay a game? Here's Edwardsville with another opportunity. They'll send it out to midfield, to the midfield area. And Collinsville got it and sent it back out to midfield. And then Edwardsville takes over, and their defense trying to get the offense heading in the right direction once again. A pass finds the foot of Parker McMillan. McMillan sends it over to the far sideline, trying to approach that left side of the box. And that ball is, well, Edwardsville saved it, but it rolls right to Braden Henson. And Henson will send us back to work here as we have 10 minutes left to play here in this first half.
I don't know if they called it out or not. It doesn't matter. It's going to be the same net here.
Yeah.
Henson will take this kick either way.
And the out-of-bounds stripe for the soccer field is right on the very front edge of the big white stripe on the back side of the football end zone. As that ball is popped up at midfield, and Garofalo gets a foot on it. He tries to send it over for Borm, but he had a little too much on that pass, but Borm's going to catch up to it anyway. Send it over to Carter. Carter to Compton. Compton sends it back up to Borm. Borm, he'll send the ball up that far sideline, trying to spring Trey Peterson over there, who was waiting in the wings, but ball never found him, and now it does. And Peterson pokes the ball back out to midfield. Collinsville stays with it. Munoz back into the game, and he lost that ball. Edwardsville found it for a split second, but the Kahawks come back up with it. Here is Adam Reiniger. Reiniger will skirt across the 50-yard line of the football field, give it up, and now Garofalo with it. Garofalo back to Reiniger, who gives it up to Morales. Morales did a nice move getting out of the way of that defender, and here is Munoz. Munoz dances his way around midfield, gives it back to Morales. Morales comes up, pokes it up into the front of the box for Doria. Doria sends it back out, trying to find Reiniger. Reiniger went past him a little bit, but he does get back to the ball. Now over to Trey Peterson. Peterson does his little fancy footwork over there, gives it up now for Doria. Doria just outside the left or the right side of the box. We'll send it back out to midfield for Borm, and Borm sends it up, and it comes right back.
Kahok's not trying to make too much happen here, just try to gain ground as they work the ball around, being real patient.
And then it's poked out of bounds by Trey Peterson. Peterson did a nice job just catching up to it and sent that ball over the sideline.
Once I say that, they send the ball in deep, aren't able to save it, or well, an opportunity to save it real deep. They end up just kicking it out of the sideline.
Kahawks are still looking for their first shot on goal.
Yeah, but they've had plenty of opportunities down deep. Just
they
haven't got anything exactly right on goal just yet.
Out of bounds off the foot of Braden Borm, as we are about 7.5 minutes away from the end of this first half. Comes up the sideline. Compton, he gets there first. He sends it out of bounds. Another throw in coming up here for Edwardsville.
Not before a couple subs.
Subs have been taken care of. And the throw in right at the end of the Kahawk bench for the Tigers. They finally get it in, and Evan Moore kicks it out, and Collinsville's the one who comes up with it. Here is Munoz. Munoz to Borm. Borm will send the ball all the way back down into the Collinsville offensive zone. No one back there to collect it, though. And now it's sent back into Edwardsville's offensive zone. Back out to midfield. Here is Garofalo. Garofalo had to skirt around the referee, and that ball is sent over to the far side for Trey Peterson. Peterson sends it farther up the sideline, but couldn't connect with Munoz. That ball actually has not gone out of bounds yet, and now it does, as Edwardsville will send it out of bounds, and they'll just go ahead and give Collinsville this throw in. And from in front of the Tigers bench, Kahawks will, I thought for a minute there that Doria was going to come take the throw in, but they sent him back. That ball goes into the 18-yard box and punched out. Is it going to go over the end line? Yes, it does. And Collinsville will have yet another corner kick. This will be the 5th corner kick of the game for the Kahawks, and they have yet to actually get one up and into the air.
Right now the wind ain't gusting as much as it has been. Still strong breeze, so this could be an opportunity if they want to try to get one up.
And this one kind of stays low, and Schlechte was there to poke that one away. Caught that one in midair. 5:40 left to play here in this first half. Ball comes out here for Nathan Loftus. Loftus gets taken off the ball by Adam Reiniger. Reiniger tries to keep the ball going forward, but he can't, and then he steps on the ball almost while it was in midair. Here is Peterson. Peterson, he's going to circle, and he's looking, and sends it into the middle for Mahat. That ball came really close to going over the line.
Yeah.
Here's a nice steal by Borm. Borm pokes it up front now for Munoz. Munoz pops it into the box. Reiniger trying to get a hold of it, but that ball goes across the end line. And once again,
it kind of ricocheted off of Reiniger's body as it was cleared away by 13 on Edwardsville's Jonas Mailer. He just was able to get it slightly off of Reiniger, and Edwardsville will get the free kick, the goal kick.
Out to midfield it goes from Schlechte, off of the head of Morales, then off of the head of Reiniger, and Doria couldn't settle it down to get a charge toward the net, but here is Garofalo. Garofalo kind of mishit that ball. Edwardsville took it over, and now the Tigers start moving forward with it. 4.5 minutes to go here in this opening half. And a cut across to the middle, and now a chance for Edwardsville. They'll send it over here for Loftus. Loftus sends it back out front, and Collinsville can't find the handle on the ball. Here is Evan Moore. He's dangerous out in front of that box. Collinsville got a foot on it and sent it out, but not very far as McLean keeps the ball going in the offensive zone. McLean gets it back, trying to get around Reiniger. Reiniger's going to get called for a trip. Free kick coming up here for Edwardsville. It'll be from about 40 yards out.
Maybe don't mind that one too much. Chaos are kind of back on their heels a bit. You force the ball out wide here a little bit. Why not take that one and come back, get set here, and stop the little pressure that Edwardsville was putting on.
Free kick looks like it's going to be taken by McLean, but he's got Loftus out here as well. As we are at 3.5 minutes left to play here in this first half. Loftus will go ahead and give way, and that ball bends all the way out the other side, and a header right on goal for Edwardsville, but fortunately for the Kahawks, Henson was standing in the right spot at the right time, and it came right to him.
Worked out more for the Kahawks. Carter kind of lost his feet and was able to go to the Edwardsville player's head, but it was a simple one right straight to Henson.
Ball comes down at midfield. Bourne pops it over the Edwardsville logo here at the District 7 Sports Complex. Now they'll send the ball over here to Lieberman, or excuse me, to Loftus. And they lost that ball, did the Tigers. Collinsville gets it back. Here is Morales. Morales has Trey Peterson in front of him. Peterson, he'll turn the corner and cut toward the middle of the field and send the ball all the way past Munoz. And then Edwardsville gets a hold of it and sends it back out to midfield. Carter got there first, got a head on it. And then it heads toward that far sideline. Excuse me. And right in front of the Kahawk bench. And a nice job there by TJ Carter, but we're going to have a call against Collinsville again, and the Tigers are going to have another free kick here.
Yeah, what was that call?
I don't have any idea. I didn't see anything happen over there. And Juan Carlos Doria's got his hands up going, what did I do? So a free kick from about 50 yards away, coming over on the far side of the field, right in front of the Kahawk coaching staff.
Whatever it was, it's going to be an indirect kick. So, is there a handball or anything down there?
I don't know. Gavin Garrick due to take this kick right in front of Coach Lugie. We are under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Coach Lugie's like, you got to bring that ball back here.
Back here, yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like the call was over there closer down to the Kahawk bench, but I'll take it.
Coach Lugie still wants it about 3 yards farther up, but
yeah.
I'll take it there.
And that ball right in front of the box, and that was dangerously close to hitting the hand of Juan Carlos Doria, but they didn't call it, and Garofalo will send it back over to Carter. Carter sends the ball up to Bourne. Bourne sends the ball up the sideline. Is that one going to get out of bounds? No, it is not, and it still skirts that sideline over there, and now it'll go across the end line. And Collinsville's going to get a corner kick out of this. I don't.
There.
Yeah, I think the Edwardsville fans are saying the same thing, that it went off of a Collinsville player, but
nobody in Collinsville was expecting that. And the Kahawks are.
So Collinsville is going to get another corner kick with under
like
a minute to go.
The center ref is going to overrule that here, and he's saying goal kick.
All right, so take away the corner kick for Collinsville. 40 seconds left here in this first half. And they'll roll the ball out to Schlechte, and Schlechte will put it down on the ground and send it back out to midfield.
Edwardsville going to try for one last little push here in the final seconds of the half.
Out to midfield, and Morales sends the ball up. Garofalo was trying to chase it down, but he couldn't get there in time. Reiniger punches it up to Sam, and Garofalo gives it back to Reiniger. Reiniger cuts in front, 8 seconds left. Shot never made it, and now a shot, and ooh, that one just went over the net. And that's going to do it for the first half of play. No score between Collinsville and Edwardsville here after 40 minutes of play. And it is time now for the halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems in Collinsville. All things basementy. Woods Basement Systems has been working hard to keep homes dry since 1986. Woods Basement Systems. Give them a call at 618-708-4055. Really not sure about what soccer games are going on right now. I know that the other regional that we're paying attention to doesn't start till 5 o'clock tonight, so we're not really sure how many scores we can round up for you. We know there's some football games going on around the state of Illinois as well, so we'll try to get you updated on whatever it is that we find as the Woods Basement System halftime show comes your way now on the Kahok Sports Network. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from other coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the four-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. Welcome back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Halftime here, 0-0 between Collinsville and Edwardsville. Collinsville had 5 corner kicks to Edwardsville's 2 in that first half, and Edwardsville out shooting Collinsville right now in shots on goal, 2-1. Just a few scores to tell you about. 1A sectionals at Murfreesboro. Marquette over Murfreesboro. That's a final score of 2-0. Columbia blanked Jabot by a score of 3-0. And in 2A, Altoff beat Mascoutah by a score of 3-0. O'Fallon will take on Belleville East at 5 o'clock from Belleville West. Just not a lot of things going on a Saturday afternoon, Chris, once you get past Football Friday and you have soccer playoffs going on. Volleyball's off today, so not a lot going on.
Yeah, that's what's going on. Just those few scores. There were some games yesterday. Triad won their regional game, and then the guy got to kick the winning field goal against us. So,
yeah.
There was that, and then there's just a handful of football games throughout the state finishing up before those playoff pairings come out tonight.
All right, that is going to do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. When we come back, second half action. That is what we got coming up for you on the Kahok Sports Network. Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahok sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Once again, welcome back to the District 7 Sports Complex here at Edwardsville. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler with you. We're about ready to start the second half. Collinsville and Edwardsville in a 0-0 tie. 3 total shots on goal in that first half. And Chris Kettler, I'm imagining we're going to see a little bit more of the same thing.
Yeah, you got the feeling that it's going to be one goal that might win this game if it ever comes.
Either that or we're going to go to extra time.
But one goal might do it here, at least the way it feels here. After this first half, we'll see how the next 40 brings.
See if anybody made any adjustments. Collinsville will possess the ball first to get this second half underway. As the referee checks with both goalkeepers to make sure they're ready to go.
Here we go.
And we are underway in half number 2. A scoreless tie right now between these two Southwestern Conference rivals, and that ball ends up going out of bounds. History between these two is long, as you would imagine, as they get back to action. Edwardsville is now 28-2 versus Collinsville since 1999 after the team split their home and away series. This year, as we mentioned at the outset, Edwardsville won at Collinsville. Collinsville won at Edwardsville. The Tigers also hold the better record over Collinsville in postseason matches since 1999. Edwardsville is 4-3. Tigers picked up the win last year in the regional championship game 2-0, but as we mentioned, Reiniger was hurt in the semifinal and did not get to play in that championship game. The last time Collinsville beat Edwardsville in the playoffs was the 2018 season, when Collinsville went to state and came home with a third-place trophy. And that was a whale of a sectional semifinal at Collinsville High School in that game. There's a steal by Edwardsville as they're dangerous right now. Coming in, there's going to be a shot and a save by Hinson. And he dives on top of it before any further damage can be done.
The outstretched right hand of Hinson saved that ball. Was going to go low and towards the post, if not in the net, but his hand got it.
That 2018 game, man, I'll never forget that 2018 game.
Zane Baker goal.
Zane Baker scores with 2.1 seconds left in regulation, and Edwardsville looked like, another shot that goes right across the goal crease, if you will. All the Edwardsville players on the field that night, man, they just fell down onto the turf because they knew with 2.1 seconds left there wasn't enough time to win it, and that was a backbreaker of a goal there by Zane Baker. That broke a 1-1 tie in that particular sectional semifinal. Coach Lugie, by the way, his teams are 2-1 versus Edwardsville in the playoffs. Kahawks beat the Tigers 3-1 in regional semifinal action at O'Fallon a couple of years before that. In 2017, his first year, Collinsville lost the sectional championship that year 4-2 to Normal at Illinois College during that 2017 season. So we remain scoreless here. Edwardsville, that was probably the best opportunity anyone's had to score a goal so far here in this game, as Evan Moore just leaves that one, and Nathan Loftus was trying to turn the corner and head right and put that ball in the box, but he hit it the wrong way and it just went straight over the line.
The first couple minutes here have been good to Edwardsville. Hinton had to make the diving save with his hand, and then the cross across the goal mouth that just no one was able to finish for Edwardsville, but for opening couple minutes has been all Edwardsville so far.
Yeah, sure has. See if Collinsville can turn the tables here. Out to midfield it goes. Comes over here to TJ Carter. We switch into the field, so now we get to see all the guys that spent most of the time over on the far sideline over here on this near sideline. Oh! Both players go up, and I believe that Adam Reiniger is going to get called for a foul here, as he and the Edwardsville player went up at the exact same time to try to get ahead on that ball, and they crashed into each other. And now we're going to have a injury timeout as the Edwardsville player is still laying down there on the field.
I think the ball was already knocked away from Reiniger, then the collision happened, so that's probably the reason it goes against Reiniger.
Edwardsville player is back up on his feet, and they'll check on him. Make sure everything's okay.
Edwardsville captain's trying to get a little bit of an explanation from the ref, and we'll continue on.
Yeah, it's not like football, man. You get hurt in football and lay on the turf, you got to come out of the game. They won't let you play another down, but in soccer, if you can get up and say that you're okay, then you can stay in the game. Here is Schlechte. He'll send the ball out over to the far side with a nice strong kick. Collinsville heads it back into the offensive direction, and here is Doria. Doria sends it back over to Morales. Morales will send it up range, but No one back there for Collinsville to take care of it, but the ensuing bounce off of the Edwardsville player comes in Collinsville's favor as Reiniger sends it over to Garofalo. Garofalo sends it back over to Reiniger, and Reiniger punches it up in front for Trey Peterson. Peterson turns around and sends it back over to the far side. Here's Garofalo once again. Garofalo back out to midfield to Munoz. Munoz will send it over this way for TJ Carter. Carter moves the ball up the sideline, trying to find some room to come in over on this right wing, but that ball gets poked out of bounds right in front of Collinsville Athletic Director Clay Smith.
We have a stoppage to play. They're stopping the clock. So you might stop yours. I'm not sure what this is.
Neither am I.
But they have stopped the clock.
I'll put some more seconds back on my clock. Got the Collinsville Kahok hierarchy down here. You got Clay Smith and you got Principal Toberman. You got, looks like Coach Anderson down there.
Mr. Wright and someone else.
All right, we are back underway. I didn't even hear the whistle, so I was a little late in getting my clock started here.
I don't even know why it got stopped. I don't know what that
I don't have any idea either.
What that issue was, but we continue on.
Ball rolls out of bounds. Garofalo will have a throw in, and he'll throw it right down for Peterson. Peterson just outside the 18-yard box. Circles with it. Sends one into the box, and it comes out of the corner here. Reiniger sends it back over to Peterson. Peterson trying to work himself around a couple of defenders to get a shot. That didn't materialize, so he gives it up to Garofalo. Garofalo trying to thread a pass between a couple of defenders to Reiniger, but that didn't work. And Edwardsville sends it all the way back out into their offensive zone. Here in the middle is Morales. Morales sends it up to Borm. Borm over here for Carter. Carter, he had Loftus barreling right down on him, and that threw Carter off. He did a little stutter step and then couldn't find the ball.
Took his eye off the ball and it went past him.
Yeah. Out to midfield it goes, and Edwardsville, they come away with it, or do they? No, they do not. Up to Reiniger. Nice play there by Starko. Starko will send the ball back over to Morales, and Borm with it, and it ricochets off of one of the Edwardsville players, and Collinsville will get there first, whereas Compton tries to chase it down. Loftus gets in there and slides that ball, slides right into it and sends it back up for another offensive opportunity. Now a race for the ball, and Carter trying to get there. He can't. That ends up going over the line, and it's going to be a goal kick restart coming up here for Braden Henson.
Turning up a bit here. First 5 minutes, lots of action.
Yeah, more action in the first 5 minutes of this half than we had almost in the whole entire first half. Here is Mahat up to Peterson. Peterson trying to give the ball up to Reiniger, but Reiniger had a defender right in front of him. Now Trey Peterson wants that ball quickly, throws it into Mahat. Landon looking around with his hands up like, where do you want me to go with it here? And a errant pass trying to put it over on Starko's foot at midfield. And now Edwardsville trying to send it up, but stopping that progression is Morales. Off of him to Garofalo, and Garofalo turns around, gives it right back to Joey Morales. Morales up to Starko. Starko has moved up from his defensive spot onto the line, and the Kahawks have kind of shuffled things here a little bit as they have Morales playing a little defense now, along with Borm and Compton and Carter, as Loftus tries to send one into the middle of the field. That misfired, and Borm comes up with it for the Kahawks. Braden sends it over onto the far side. There's Garofalo. Garofalo sends it up right across the midfield stripe to Munoz. Back out it comes, and Starko will find Borm with it. Borm trying to find Mahat. Mahat stays with it. Nice job there. Trying to feed it. Coming out in front, and a shot, and a goal by Collinsville, and the Kahawks take the lead on a little nifty pass and go by Adam Reiniger.
This kind of comes out of nowhere. The Kahawks get the ball centered. Reiniger stays with it and lets the ball be sent to him, and then gets a step or two in front of the defender after the ball's sent and puts that shot past Schlechte, the goaltender for Edwardsville. And the Kahawks said more action here in this second half so far.
I tell you what,
first goal.
Schlechte came out to challenge, and he was hoping to get to the ball before Reiniger did, but that didn't happen. And Reiniger just put a soft touch on it, and it kept rolling the rest of the way until it hit the back of the net.
Big momentum here. I'd say keep doing what you're doing so far. Don't drop back yet and try to play all defense just yet. Got through with one goal.
Whistle against Collinsville, and that's going to go against Reiniger. And
he's go against Edwardsville. Edwardsville.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, now they switch it.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, that's on me. Referee said, that's on me, because Reiniger was holding up his hands like, what did I do? But the referee pointed the wrong direction.
Hey, all the Edwardsville players threw up their hands like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about, man? Still a long way to go in this one. 32 minutes left here in this second half. Collinsville with a 1-0 lead on the 20th goal of the year by Adam Reiniger. A free kick taken by Garrick, and all the way out to the front of the box, banks off a couple of the backs of a couple of the players. Edwardsville, little bicycle kick, tried to put that one back into the box, but it comes out to Garofalo, and he'll send it back out to midfield. Here is Ben Liardi.
Yeah, Edwardsville was offsides, and took a while before the center ref saw that to kill that as Edwardsville maintained possession of the ball.
So, Collinsville going back to work here. Kahawks have a 1-goal lead. That was only the second shot on goal for Collinsville, and it finds the back of the net. We'll take it. Here is Compton. Compton sends it over to Carter. Carter just underneath our location off the backside of Loftus, and a loose ball picked up there by Hamad. And Hamad will send it into the middle, and Edwardsville with an opportunity here, but that one's going to roll too far, and Hinson has plenty of time to come out and get it. Right when he slid down to get it, Colin McGinnis had to leap over the Kahawk goalkeeper.
That's what Schlechte wanted to do on the other side. Yep. Hinson comes out and tries to get the ball before McGinnis could get his touch on it. Worked out for Hinson.
That it did. Over here onto this near side, Loftus trying to settle the ball down. He does long enough to get a pass over to a teammate, but Carter stepped right in front of that teammate, and then a couple of Edwardsville players run into each other. That almost sprung Collinsville with the ball, but the Tigers keep it alive. Loftus puts one in front of the box, comes down, and then it's sent high into the air, and this one's going to bounce down and go out of bounds. And it'll be an Edwardsville ball, but we'll have a whistle as each team wants to make a substitution. Juan Carlos Doria comes in for Ty Starko. And Evan Moore, I didn't even know he wasn't out there. He comes back into the game, and he'll take the place of Hamad. Edwardsville with the ball. Collinsville with the lead. Just outside the box it goes. And Compton, he got there, but there is Loftus to take over once again. Loftus trying to come in over on the left side of the box here and try to put a crossing pass in. Bodies get tangled up. No whistle on the play. Carter comes up with the ball. He'll send it out toward midfield, but he couldn't find Munoz as that ball didn't have enough zip on it to get to Chris. Here is Edwardsville again. They'll put a shot toward the goal area, and it's just away from Evan Moore as he was going to try to jump up and head that one toward the goal, but that was well over his head. Probably helped out by that wind.
Yeah, Edwardsville played the wind there. Just let that one pop up, see if couldn't hit Moore's head and he could get something up over Hinson as the ball would pop off of his head and go back the other way.
Hinson sends the ball out to midfield. And Edwardsville gets ahead on it first and second time as well before Borm pokes it back out to midfield. Here is Munoz. Munoz will send it back to the defense, and Morales will send it all the way down range, and trying to get there and do something with it was Juan Carlos Doria, but he slipped down. Now Borm, he's getting pressure from behind and gets the ball to Adam Reiniger anyway. Over to TJ Carter. Carter will send the ball over here to the sideline for Trey Peterson. Peterson starts to move forward, gives it up now for Mahat. Mahat trying to hit Juan Carlos Doria over here on the sideline, but that wind got a hold of it and sent it way over his head and out of bounds. Here is Loftus. He runs right into Reiniger, and Collinsville intercepts the ball, brings it up. Here is Doria. Doria with a nice little back kick with the heel of his foot, sends it over to Reiniger, back over to Doria. Doria trying to get around a couple of defenders, and that ball is poked out of bounds by Loftus. And Collinsville will have another throw in and a couple of more substitutions coming in as well. Starko didn't stay on the bench very long. He'll come in, and Garofalo will go to the bench. And back in for Edwardsville is Jack Kiergan. And to the bench for Edwardsville goes Colin McGinnis. Coming up on 27.5 minutes to go here in this second half. Collinsville leads 1-0. And a throw in coming up here for Peterson. And that bounces over the head of Doria. He kind of gets held there. Yeah, so I was going to say, He was held by Jonas Mailer and couldn't go after the ball because he was being held. Referee saw it the whole way. Collinsville will have a free kick here from about 22, 23 yards away. Offset to the right of the goal, occupied by Schlechte.
This is like a reverse corner kick, just brought in a few yards also.
Mahat and Morales are there.
Which one's going to take it?
Yeah.
Now, referee's going to have to help Edwardsville players show where they need to be for their wall.
Yeah. They were pretty much there.
Very close, but
didn't make them move much.
Make them get it right.
Morales tries to send a bender in there, and it was heading toward the goal, but Edwardsville had a guy there, and they headed it right out. Here is Evan Moore. That's poked out of bounds by Morales, and it's going to be a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers.
Munoz tried to act like he wasn't the one that knocked it out, but ref saw through it here, and now the Tigers are making a change.
And they're going to bring in Jack Marty.
They're bringing in somebody just about every opportunity they get.
Throw in comes out to midfield. Compton will head it back to where it came from, but Edwardsville uses a header to send it right back, and that ball will roll out of bounds. And the Kahawks will now have a throw in. Under 26 minutes to play here in this second half. Here is a loose ball, and Reiniger sends it back into the offensive zone. Ball comes down, almost got there, did Juan Carlos Doria, but didn't quite make it in time, so the Tigers take over, but now they turn it over. Here is Mahat. He's got Doria coming up on the right side of the box, just outside of it, looking for a little help. Trey Peterson gets the ball, and if that ball would have been a little slower, Trey could have stepped right into it with a shot, but that had a little juice on it and took a couple of different bounces. Now here is Peterson. He's going to try to come in and puts a cross in front, and it goes all the way through and out the other side.
Tried to cross it there and wanted Starko to get some kind of touch on it there. Maybe a header past the goalie, but a little too much zip on it. Keeps on going.
Goal kick restart coming up here for Schlechte. He sends it out to midfield, taken over by Collinsville. Here once again is Trey Peterson. Peterson's got Loftus right in front of him. Sends the ball up to Doria, and Doria tried to send it right back to Trey, but he got too much on the pass, and it went right past Trey. And Owen Mailer sends the ball up, and Edwardsville starts their push. Here is McLean. McLean trying to find his way around TJ Carter, still on the move. Carter does a nice job, a little poke check there of that ball, and then he sends it up the line, but Loftus intercepts it. Loftus will put it in front, but there's Braden Borm. Borm sends it up to Mahat. Mahat will find Munoz. Munoz has no one wearing the purple and white in front of him, and so he'll just circle with it and go back to midfield and let Collinsville reset. Over to Reiniger. Reiniger at the midfield logo. Back over to Munoz. Munoz got bumped off the ball. Reiniger tries to find it once again, but he couldn't get there in time. Comes over to Evan Moore for the Tigers. Moore will just send it over to the far side right in front of his bench, and it's settled down over there, but not a lot of movement yet as that ball took a minute to settle down. And coming in from that right side is Brickman, and Brickman didn't get a chance to send that cross pass in, and it's going to be a throw-in coming up here for Edwardsville. All the way over there near the corner kick flag. One of the Edwardsville players is down. Not sure if he's hurt or if he's just taking care of a shoe issue. No, we're going to stop the clock. Edwardsville player does get up. I'll check on him and make sure that he's all right. That's Brickman over there. He seems to be okay. They'll let him stay in. And Edwardsville with the throw in from the far side. Clock starts back up. 23-20 left to play. Throw in comes in, and off of the head of Morales, it comes out into the front of the box. Unable to settle it down was Moore. And he'll send the ball back out to the defense, and the defense will send it over to Loftus, and we have a call against Edwardsville, so Collinsville will have a free kick, but it's going to be from way downtown. We're going to put it all the way over there on the corner, but Compton, instead of kicking it downfield, sends it across the field to Morales. Morales sends it back to Compton. Compton right in the middle of the defensive field. Sends it over to Morales once again. Morales will send the ball out to midfield. Stopped there by Munoz. Munoz couldn't control it, though. Then it bounces off of Reiniger's leg. And Edwardsville going back to work as Evan Moore tried to split the defense. He couldn't. Compton will send it over here for Peterson. Trey with his head up. Looks. Trying to find Doria over there, but it never made it that far. That wind cut it down. Doria was expecting it to go a little farther than it did. And then it comes down to the midfielders and the defensive midfielder. And once again, Collinsville trying to wrestle that ball away. Heads over to the sideline, and that ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in coming up here for the Tigers. A couple more substitutions going on. Ty Starko comes back in. Chris Munoz to the bench. Brickman goes to the bench for Edwardsville after he was just injured. Not sure who came in for him because that took place over there on that sideline. Couldn't even tell what the number was. Back to action. And the ball popped up over on the far side. Collinsville trying to settle it down. Morales pokes the ball as he is almost taken out of the play. And now we're going to have a call that goes against Collinsville. And it'll be a free kick for Edwardsville. It's going to be from about 35 yards away, all the way over on the far side sideline.
Lost track of it there, but all of a sudden I see Edwardsville player down on his back. So that's what it was. Edwardsville going to get this restart.
Kick coming up from Gavin Garrick. Garrick sends the ball into the box, but it's punched back out by the head of Dane Compton. And now Carter will send the bouncing ball back out to midfield. Collinsville trying to track it down. Garofalo will get there first. He'll use his head, but he was trying to get it to go straight down on the ground. It stayed up in the air a little too much, and that allows Edwardsville to take over. Tigers trail 1-0 here. Goal by Adam Reiniger. 32:44 left here in the second half is when that goal was scored. And now Collinsville would love another goal, that's for sure. As that ball comes back out to midfield. Juan Carlos Doria there. He couldn't get to it. Ty Starko does. Now they're going to send it up to Doria, and that bounces off of his foot. And, well, guess it was off of a foot of the Edwardsville player. Nope. Well, they're going to allow substitutions to come in because I think that ball went out of bounds, and Collinsville was very quick to throw it back in. Referee said, not so fast. Let's do some substitutions first.
He's pointing the other way. I think it's Edwardsville's.
Yeah, I think so, too. I thought it went off of Doria's foot.
Or maybe he's just telling the Kahok player to back up. No,
Nope.
They both have a ball on the sideline. So he
Little
was
confusion.
pointing for Edwardsville to have the ball as Edwardsville will throw it in down there.
That sun may be a problem with the camera here. The lower it gets as this press box faces west.
I think it's quite a problem for the camera, but it's a problem for me.
Yeah, it's a little warm, man. I'm getting a little bit of that sunshine, too. It's quite warm. Halfway through, half number 2, Collinsville leads 1-0. As Henson sends the ball up to Compton. Compton will find Reiniger with it, and Reiniger will send it over to Morales. Back to Compton it goes. Morales will send it back out to midfield, trying to find Juan Carlos Doria. He gets knocked down from behind. Referee with a late whistle, but he did call it. Collinsville will get a free kick from midfield.
Doria didn't hear the whistle right away. He's looking around like, hello, I didn't just fall down.
I didn't just collapse. So the Kahawks will get a free kick from midfield. And Adam Reiniger will give way to Dane Compton. Compton usually takes these kicks from far away. Instead of a kick, it's going to be a pass over to Morales. Morales pokes it into the front of the box off of Doria, and then Edwardsville comes up with it and sends it back out. Nice job by Adam Reiniger. Stepped right in front of Evan Moore to steal that ball as Moore was standing there waiting for it. Now over to Doria and back over to Reiniger. Out to midfield, TJ Carter. Carter sends it back over to Compton. Compton with his head up, looks, and he's trying to find Mahat all the way over there on the far side. And that ball dangerously close to coming out of bounds, but I guess it did go out of bounds.
It did.
Yep.
Chaos, we're just trying to work the ball back, not trying to do a whole lot with it. Keep control of it. Work some time.
Just under 18 minutes to go here in half number 2. just like last night, the football game, man, the clock can't move fast enough, can it?
I heard you guys saying that, and that, man.
Yeah.
Just left them a little too much time.
Yep. Throw in comes from Edwardsville off of the head of Morales. Heads right back into the direction it came. And then Edwardsville over there on the sideline. They'll get it out and get it out to midfield. Comes into the circle for Garrick. Garrick, he's looking around. And he'll try to thread a pass and does so. That looked like it bounced up off the feet. And they do finally get the call as a handball. Bounced up off of the feet of Bly Brickman and hit him right in the hand.
Yep, all the Kahoks saw that, and we're asking for the call. Finally got it.
Referee's a little tardy with that whistle there on some of these, isn't he?
He might have missed it the angle he's at. He might need some help from the side judge. They do have headsets, so sometimes they may have to communicate that, and the center ref has to make that call.
Out of bounds off of the head of Brickman. He's back in there after being injured early. Now each team wants to make a substitution as Starko comes back in for Edwardsville, or excuse me, for Collinsville, and Parker McMillan comes back in for Edwardsville. Juan Carlos Doria heads to the bench for the Kahawks, as does Owen Mailer for Edwardsville. Throw in coming up here from TJ Carter. Carter throws it up the line, and then it's off of the body there of Starko, who just came in and out of bounds. So now Edwardsville will get the throw in. And the Tigers throw it in. And the first one to get to the ball was Sam Garofalo. Now Munoz with it. Munoz will send it back to the defense. Here is Morales. Morales tries a little stutter step and gives it up to Borm. And Borm will send the ball over here to Carter. Carter settles the ball down right at the midfield stripe. Sends it over on the sideline for Starko. Starko pops it back trying to find Reiniger, but instead of finding Reiniger, he found Colin McGinnis. And McGinnis then gets punched off the ball. As coming up with it is Compton over to Starko. Starko finds Mahat. And Mahat finds his opponent, number 6 himself, in Bly Brickman. Brickman comes up with it, but Carter does a nice job stepping in front of him. And then Carter does a nice job banking it off the legs of Brickman, and it goes out of bounds. And Collinsville will have a throw in.
Collinsville just keeping Edwardsville frustrated here. Not giving them much working room, cutting down that speed, and keeping the ball here near the sideline.
Yes, the ball went over the end line because they allowed the goal kick restart here from Braden Henson, but he instead just passes it out to Compton. And then over on the far side, Collinsville trying to go back to work here offensively, but Edwardsville intercepts the ball. And at midfield, they'll send it over here to this near side for Jonas Mailer. Mailer coming in on this left wing, trying to get inside that 18-yard box. Gives the ball up now to Hamad. And Hamad all the way over in the corner area. Carter got in his way for a minute, but now the ball just outside the box, picked up by Collinsville, and the Kahawks will send it back out. Starko, he'll get there first at midfield, trying to fend off Gavin Garrick. And then he gets double-teamed, does Starko, and then he gets held. And the referee watched the whole thing unfold right in front of his face. They're going to call it against Starko.
Wow, looked like to me that McLean just
grabbed him. Yeah,
grabbed Starko from behind.
Well, the Collinsville faithful here, and there's a lot of them. They voiced their opinion. They're not very happy with that call either. They saw the same thing we did. You know, if it was the other way, I'd call it. I'd be like, you know, Starko can't do that. But man, I tell you what, Liam McLean did everything except pick the pocket of Starko there. So a free kick for Edwardsville. Collinsville will get there first. Adam Reiniger almost took the head off of Trey Peterson.
The thing can be is that say Starko impeded McLean before all that, but before they got tied up.
Edwardsville wants to make a couple of substitutions, so they do so while Jonas Mailer waits to throw in the ball. Referee says, let's go, and he does. And he throws it down to Liam McLean, who has a big cast covering his left arm from his fist all the way up to his elbow. Edwardsville trying to penetrate the box. They can't, and that ball is going to end up going over the line, and it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Braden Henson. We approach 13 minutes left to play here in this second half. Collinsville leads 1-0. Winner will advance to the sectional semifinal against either O'Fallon or Belleville East, as those two teams are due to square off here in about 35 minutes. Henson sends the ball out, trying to make it to midfield, but I think the wind cut that one down, and coming away with it is Brickman. Brickman for Edwardsville will once again hug that far sideline until he gives the pass up for Owen Lunsford. And that ball goes out of bounds. Another throw-in coming up here for Edwardsville. Gavin Lieberman with the throw-in. He'll throw it into the 18-yard box, and Borm is there. He got a head on it. Collinsville trying to get it out. Compton does. And now the Kahawks get it all the way back out toward midfield. Here is Doria. He turns around. Got a player streaking up that far sideline. That's Garofalo, and Garofalo couldn't hold on to it as that ball ends up going across the line.
This last time down here, Kahawks did a good job of clearing it out. It was one of the few times Edwardsville's had the ball up towards the center of the goal. Kahawks did a good job clearing it out.
Throw in by Edwardsville, comes up the line. Juan Carlos Doria gets there first, pops it up, and it heads over here to Loftus at midfield. Loftus settles the ball down. He's on the move, crosses the midfield stripe and puts a pass forward, but Collinsville got there first. Edwardsville gets the rebound of that pass, and they'll start upfield once again. They send the ball all the way up, and it's going to roll into the 18-yard box where Henson will set it down, and now Collinsville has a player hurt.
Morales is down, grabbing his foot, ankle, something, and we're going to have a stoppage of play, stoppage of the clock.
Yes, we are. So Amanda Bauer will go have to check out Morales as he sits up now. Morales up to his knees. Reiniger helping him up, and Morales is limping a little bit. And players are all going to head to the bench, so we will take a very quick timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. Stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Back here at the District 7 Sports Complex. Got a little faint music in the background of our headphones, which is kind of weird. I noticed that the last time we were here, too. Not really sure what it is. Radio station from Cuba. Here's Loftus. Collinsville leading 1-0, and Ty Starko gets called for another foul just playing the ball. Collinsville fans upset again.
Nice challenge, just didn't go his way. A little too much in the eyes of the referee there.
This game is getting a little late now as we approach 10.5 minutes left to play here in this second half. Here is Loftus with the ball. He's getting challenged by Starko once again. Starko might be a little gun shy now. They're going to say that's a throw in for Collinsville. And once again, the Kahawk faithful don't agree with the call.
Starting to get late in this game where every call is potentially big and could be a reaction from somebody.
Mikey Suarez checks into the game for the first time today as Joey Morales will go to the bench. He is not doing any limping now as he trots off the field. Throw in coming up here from Loftus. And Loftus changes his mind, trying to find someone to throw it to. And he finds Hamad, but instead he finds the head of Braden Borm. Garofalo pops that ball up, sends it out to midfield off of the head of one of the Tigers, and they'll settle it down and try to mount another offensive push. Here is Brickman. Brickman once again comes in over on the right side, but Garofalo stopped that, and that ball ends up going out of bounds. And a throw-in coming up here for Edwardsville. Well, down into single digits as far as the minutes are concerned. 9.5 to go here in this second half. Collinsville with a 1-0 lead. Throw-in comes in, and a bouncing ball that was kind of dangerously close to that near side post, but...
Well, here's what happened. Henson didn't get his hand on it, and then it went away from him, and he stepped
crossed
out
the
of bounds
line
with it.
Yep, sure did.
So Edwardsville will get a corner kick here.
Third corner kick of the game for the Tigers. Collinsville has 5, but they haven't had one since the first half ended. As Loftus will take this kick all the way over on the far side, and he'll send one right into the front, and it comes all the way out the other side. That didn't touch anyone, so.
It was going to go against Edwardsville anyway. Foul
Yep.
or a touch or some kind there, so.
A couple of guys ended up in the net.
Yeah, that's what they call
Yeah.
Dangerous play there. Wouldn't have counted anyway if Edwardsville got that in the net.
Here is
Continue on.
Compton. Compton sends the ball up to Starko. He's trying to wait for it to settle down. He does. Sends it back out to midfield to Munoz. Munoz with his head up. Sends it up, trying to get it to Suarez off of one of the Tiger players, and it does find Suarez. Then he tries a little nonchalant kick over with the side of his foot to Garofalo, and that missed him, and Edwardsville came up with it, but Collinsville gets it right back. Here is Landon Mahat. Mahat sends it up to Suarez, and Suarez couldn't control the ball. There's all kinds of Tigers there, so they find it, and they'll send it up. Loftus couldn't quite get there, and that ball will go out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw-in from right underneath our location as Juan Carlos Doria will check back into the game for Mikey Suarez. I'm sure they just wanted to make sure that Doria was okay. Send him over there to get checked out real quick. He wasn't there very long. 7:45 left to play here in this second half. Throw-in comes up here from Trey Peterson just underneath our location. Up the line it goes. Doria, he's the first one to get there. He's got 4 Tigers around him. Starko sends it right back to Doria. Doria back to Starko in the middle, trying to find Munoz. Banks off of him, comes down, and then it's sent out to the sideline. Loftus will get there before it ends up going out of bounds. And the Tigers trying to send it back upfield for a little offensive push. That ball goes out of bounds. Tigers throw in. Loftus just drops it right in front of where he is, and then the ball spins right back over to him and then off the foot of Doria and out of bounds. I'll come clean with the pregame interview that I did with Coach Lukey, and I did that yesterday at Kahok Stadium before the football game, and I walked into the locker room, and there was Juan Carlos Doria giving Coach Lukey a haircut.
Yeah, he does that. He's a
Yeah.
barber. He's handed me his card or showed me some stuff he does. I guess he has some aspirations to be cutting some hair. Yeah, I knew that from my day job at the school.
Yeah, has his own little grooming kit that he brings with him with little clippers and scissors and
He's offered
combs.
that to me. I don't really need all that, but
yeah,
he's the man to go to if you might need a little touch-up.
Here is Reiniger. 6:15 left to play here in this second half. Yeah, I knew I was going to have a hard time getting interviews today because I was told that I couldn't get into the facility until they opened the gates at 2 o'clock. So it doesn't really give me enough time to get everything set up and get 2 interviews and 2 starting lineups. So I decided to get Lugie's yesterday and still didn't have enough time to go down and get an interview with Heiderscheid. Oh, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, as they say. That ball ends up over on the far sideline. Collinsville trying to get it out of there. Looked like it went off of the face of T.J. Carter. His head snapped back. Throw in coming up here for Edwardsville. Edwardsville in a little desperation mode, trying to get that tying goal as Moore tracks the ball down just outside the box, and he keeps it in bounds. Moore sends it back into the box, off of the legs of Borm to Loftus. Loftus will send it back to the midfielder Jonas Mailer, and Mailer will send it all the way back to the defense. Edwardsville trying to circle with it. 5:15 left to play here in this second half. Comes over here to this near side again to Jonas Mailer. Mailer will send it up for Loftus, and Loftus trying to do a little stutter step to get around Trey Peterson. Peterson puts his back against the wall there and lets that ball bank off of him. Banks off of a Edwardsville player. Reiniger gets it out of harm's way as Collinsville, most of even their offensive players are back playing defense.
Yeah, I was just about to say they got some of your best guys like Peterson and Reiniger and even Munoz just back there. The Cats are really just trying to pack it in back there and make it very difficult for Edwardsville here in these last couple minutes to protect this 1-goal lead, only have Doria up top.
We approach 4.5 minutes to go. It's getting close, folks. It's getting close. Edwardsville with control over the ball. Collinsville has a 1-0 lead. Tigers with the ball back out to midfield. They'll send it over this way for Mailer. Mailer sends it up, and he finds Moore. Moore over to Loftus, but Loftus, despite that outstretched left leg, couldn't hold it in. And Collinsville will have a throw-in.
So they'll stop the clock here as Collinsville's going to have a sub here. And once you go under 5 and you're leading, they'll stop the clock. So Morales will come back in here at 4:15. And then the clock will start once the Canucks throw the ball in.
And Peterson is going to give up the throw-in responsibilities to TJ Carter. Clock starts up once again. We're back underway as we approach 4 minutes to play here in this second half. Here is Doria. Doria got taken off of the ball. Loftus finds it. Doria will track it back down. He's got 3 Tigers around him and loses that battle as they get it up to Moore. Moore trying to work himself around Compton. That's not a task I would like to try to complete. Back out to midfield it goes for the Tigers. And the Tigers send it over to Brickman. Brickman over on the far side sideline, trying to move it in to the front of the box. He puts on a couple of nice moves, but forgot to take the ball with him on the last one. And now Collinsville comes away with it. They'll send it up. And here comes Juan Carlos Doria.
I think
he's ahead of the defense, so that means he's offside. And it'll be a free kick from Edwardsville here at midfield.
Number 12 was on the near side here. He didn't see him as he was the defender that Doria got ahead of.
And that would be Gavin Garrick, who had control of the ball, sends it up now for Moore. Moore sends it over to the sideline for Loftus. Loftus looking for a little room to work with and trying to get around Starko. He does, but TJ Carter is going to get there first, and then a couple of players go down. They're going to call this one against Loftus. So Collinsville will have a free kick, but it's going to be from about 95 yards away. 2:45 left to play here in this second half. Collinsville trying to survive and advance to the sectional semifinal Tuesday night, or Tuesday afternoon. I think that's a 4:30 start from what I saw. They might change that since we're not actually going to normal to play it.
Right. We'll see.
Collinsville gets it out of harm's way. That ball is not offside, but Juan Carlos Doria couldn't catch up with it, so they'll send it over to Schlechte, and Schlechte will send the ball out. And Edwardsville will mount another push upfield for a little offense here. That ball ends up going over to the far sideline. Brickman settles it down, and he'll try to work himself around the Kahok player over there. Into the front of the box it goes, and a shot, and off the post.
Oh, my.
Off the post. And, boy, I tell you what, the post is a goalkeeper's best friend sometimes.
That is the Kahok's best friend. That whole left side, as we look at it, of the net was wide open, and it just hit the post.
Sure did. Corner kick for Edwardsville. They're fourth of this game. Ball comes straight down. Collinsville trying to get it out of there, and it goes across the end line again. This one's going to be a goal kick restart, though, as it's off an Edwardsville player. We are down to 90 seconds left to play here in this second half. Collinsville clinging to that 1-0 lead.
The Chaos make another substitution. The clock stops here at 1:32. As Chaos got away with one there.
Sure did.
That whole side of that net was wide open and put it off the post.
Henson sends his ball. That's the deepest ball he's had downfield off a goal kick restart. Comes out to midfield. Edwardsville will poke it back down. Collinsville has players back, and Morales uses a little bicycle kick to get that one going in the right direction. Off of his head, off the head of Reiniger. Comes down. Mahat, he's over there as well. He can't get there, and Collinsville comes away with it. Here's Trey Peterson. Peterson, you know, he's got some speed, but actually he just wants to slow things down and
he just wants to stay elusive.
Chew up some time on the clock, as that ball is going to go toward the sideline, and Loftus will then get in front of Peterson, and that ball will roll out of bounds. We're down to 50 seconds left to play here in this second half. Throw in coming up here from Jonas Mailer, knocked out of bounds by Starko. And
yeah, the ball they didn't have the ball ready to be thrown in there. The Cats were content to just keep kicking the ball out of bounds. Starko did it the second time, and there wasn't a ball available to be thrown in, so they killed the clock there, but we're at 40 seconds.
That we are. At midfield, and trying to send the ball up, but that ball banks off of the body of one of the Edwardsville players. Comes in front. Boy, that's a lucky bounce there.
Yeah.
Collinsville got away with one there. We're down to the final 20 seconds. A shot at the goal is going to land right in the hands of Braden Henson. And Henson looks over his left shoulder, glances up at the clock, sees how much time is left. He'll send the ball back out to midfield. We are down to the final 10 seconds. That ball's going to take a nice roll. Loftus tracks it down, but it's kicked out of bounds by Munoz. And by the time Edwardsville throws this ball back in, this game is going to be over, and Collinsville wins it by a score of 1-0 on the only goal of the game, scored in the second half by Adam Reiniger.
So I thought it was going to be. So at halftime it was going to be a 1-0 game. The Cahoks broke through, got that goal, then played some good, solid defense, especially in those last 10 minutes where they just sent everybody back and worked real hard. And then I actually got very, very lucky there with about 1:50 to go as the ball went off the post, and we're on to the sectional.
We are on to the sectional. We don't know who we're playing. Fallon and Belleville East still about 20 minutes away from getting their regional championship game started at Belleville West. So we'll have to find out the outcome of that one before we know who we're going to play.
And then we'll on a site.
And then we'll have to, wait on a site somewhere here in the Metro East, so two teams from the St. Louis area doesn't have to drive up to Normal for a super sectional, or a semi-final in sectional play. So Collinsville wins it by a score of 1-0 as we transition into the post-game show, brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great service is served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call in for carry-out orders. LC's Pub, 618-855-9007. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food, like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium, used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And once again, welcome back into the LC's Pub post-game show as you see the team getting their picture taken after capturing this regional championship 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. The only goal in the game scored by the perennial goal scorer himself. Adam Reiniger picked up goal number 20 on the year, and that's all the scoring that Collinsville would need. They had to hold on. They had a couple of rough moments to deal with, including Chris Keller that shot off the post there in the waning minutes of this second half.
Yeah, that probably should have went in, and we could have very well been looking at overtime, but the Cowboys played great and just got lucky enough there at the end. Got the one goal that I thought was going to be the only goal that we were going to get today, and on we go. It's a fight and survive, win the next one, whether you win by 1 or 3 or whatever it takes, on to the next game.
Well, fortunately for Collinsville, the one goal that went in was for the Kahawks, and it held up, and Collinsville wins this one 1-0. Now we have to wait to find out who we're going to play Tuesday night, either O'Fallon or Belleville East. That contest at Belleville West is still a little over 10 minutes away from getting started, so once we find all that out, of course, we will post it for you on the Kahok Sports Network Facebook page. So a big thank you to Coach Rob Lugge joining me on the pregame show. Chris Kettler, final thoughts?
Final thoughts, glad the Kahawks won, and they're continuing on. This team wants to exercise some of the demons that last year losing at Edwardsville and Regional, try to get back as far as they got a couple years ago, got the super sectional, and that's my final thoughts for soccer. And we'll just strap in here tonight and see where the football team is headed for the playoffs, as that pairings show is a couple hours away. Yep,
I will be at the Miners Theater enjoying a little Led Zeppelin tribute show by a band called Black Dog, so I won't be able to be attending LC's tonight like I did last year for that selection show. Chris Kettler's going to let me know who we're playing. We won't know where or when yet, but we'll at least know the opponent.
No, we'll know where, because we'll know we're on the road.
I know where. Yeah, we'll know where, but we just don't know what day. Could be Friday, could be Saturday.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's going to be a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon.
Right. When the pairing show comes on, they'll just show the games, and then it's up to the schools to decide, what day is it, Friday or sometimes Saturday.
And Chris Keller has already told me that once he gets that information, he will post that tonight on the Kahok Sports Network Facebook page. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. Again, a big thank you to Coach Rob Lugge joining me in the pregame show. Another big thank you to Chris Kettler over here on the microphone and on the camera. We know we're going to be back with you on Tuesday with some more soccer. We just don't know where or who we're going to play. And as I mentioned, we'll post that on our page as soon as we find out. So until Tuesday night at some time, somewhere, my name is Todd Duke. Everybody have yourselves a fantastic weekend.